Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Let's do our chanting before we start our meditation. If you are following our chanting book, you can turn to page number 5. Otherwise, you can follow us. Salutation to the Buddha.
Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse.
The three refuges.
Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Next page. The 5 precepts.
Panati pata viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, Adinādāna viremani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, Kāmesu micchācārā viremani සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි සුරාමීරය මජ්ජ පමාදත්තානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
On the opposite page, let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha.
ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරති සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති.
Homage to the Dhamma.
ස්වාක්ඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහි පස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ පච්චත්තං වේදිතබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤුහිති.
Homage to the Sangha.
සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ යතිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අත්ථ පුරිස පුංගලා ඒස භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනියෝ පාහුනියෝ දක්ඛිනියෝ අංජලි කරණියෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති. සාදු සාදු සාදු.
Next page. Offerings. Offering of light.
ගණසාරප්පදිත්තේන දීපේන සමදං සිනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමුනුදං.
Offering of incense.
ගන්ධ සංභාරයුත්තේන දූපේනහං සුගන්ධිනා පූජයේ පූජනීයං තං පූජා භාජන මුත්තමං.
Offering of flowers.
වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ලභාමි මොක්ඛං උප්පං මිලායාති යතා ඉදම්මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං.
Offering of water.
අදිවාසේතුනු භන්තේ පානීයං පරිකප්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්ත. ආදිවාසේතුනු භන්තේ ගිලාන පච්චයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Worship of shrines.
වන්දාමි චේතියං සබ්බං සම්බඨානි සුපතිට්ඨිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා. සාදු සාදු
Sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being.
නමස්සේ නියං නමස්සේ මානු රතනත්තයං යං පුඤ්ඤාමි සංදං විපුලං අලත්තං තස්සානු භාවේන
Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind make are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like a linchpin in a moving cart. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Welcome everyone for our meditation session. Today is the first Wednesday of the new year. So I'm so glad that we are starting this new year with a lot of wholesome practices. And let us start our meditation practice, Wednesday meditation practice on this year. So let us make a determination that we will continue to practice meditation together as a group on Wednesdays. And this Wednesday practice will help us to move through this year and also to benefit so many others while improving our own mindfulness and compassion. So let us give a good start of this year with this meditation and rejoice this moment, the first Wednesday of the year, and you were able to dedicate your time, you were able to find your time and sit with us and just rejoice this moment. How wonderful that we have this community and we have this opportunity to sit together at least once a week to support each other and rejoice and make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. I will make use of this opportunity and I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. Make that determination now. With that determination, let us listen to this bell and then also do our chant to help ourselves to settle to this moment. We need to bring our whole attention and then settle in this moment. There can be so many distractions that are over there that that demand our attention. But let us just for this moment come to our body. While so many things happening around us, while so many things happening uh, around, uh, we will just take a moment to come back and settle and just come to this serene, settled moment. So we will be able to see everything else with a clear perspective. First of all, let us settle down. Use the sound of the bell and the chant to come to your body and settle down in your body. Throughout the bell and the chant, feel your body, be in your body. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Buddhaya. Nama Buddhaya. Feel your body. Just sink into your body. Observe where your legs are touching. And feel where your body meets the cushion or chair. And feel your upper body, your shoulders, shoulder blades. Take a moment to travel through your arm, slowly all the way down. Both arms, one after the other. Slowly mentally traveling through arms, through elbow, all the way to palms and fingers. Feel your palms where they touch now. Feel the warmth you can feel there. And feel the front part of the body, the whole belly area, and around the chest. And observe the subtle movement happening there with the breath. Let us be with this body. Let us use this awareness of the body as an anchor to be here, to settle our mind. Our body is an ally, a friend for our meditation. We will use this very normal, ordinary sensations in the body to settle and be here. With this awareness of the body, let us take a moment to further relax this body. We can further release any tension or tightness of the body, and we can allow all these muscles to relax, to loosen up, and we can feel the lightness of the body. In this very peaceful moment, in this very safe place, we can allow our mind to further relax, release, and loosen up. We can use our breath to further relax our body. Let us lengthen our in breath, slowly taking a slow, long breath, and release that breath very slowly, allowing your whole chest area to drop your shoulders a little bit further down, relaxing everything. Let us take another slow, long breath and allow that breath slowly release, allowing our belly and the whole other parts of the body to relax, to release, to loosen up. Let us take another slow, long breath and focus on any area that you like more relaxation, comfort. And while you are releasing the breath, focus to that area of the body. Allow that area to open up, relax, release, loosen. Now we can let the natural breath token and allowing our whole body to relax. This is a good time to give this body a chance to relax. We can let our palms and fingers simply to lie there. No need to have any grip or any tightness in our fingers or palms. Let them simply lie there as relaxed as they can. We will let this body relax. Simply rest here in a relaxed mode. With this relaxed body, let us now bring our whole attention to our mind. We will simply watch what is in our mind right now. We will letting our body to rest here. We will direct our whole attention to our mind. What is in our mind right now? What are the thoughts, memories coming up in the mind right now? Let us take a moment to watch. Let us be curious and wait for any thought or memory to occur without thinking about them further or developing them any further. We will simply notice whatever the thoughts, or memories. We will notice them and then drop them. Various random thoughts keep coming up. All the memories, all the thoughts randomly occurring in our mind, one after the other. This is the ordinary nature of the mind. Let us now purposely direct our mind to develop one of the most wholesome mental states. Instead of these random thoughts occurring one after the other, let us purposely generate a wholesome mental quality, loving kindness. Loving kindness is the inner capacity we all have. It is a healing mental quality. It is healing to ourselves and to everyone else. This is a good time that we can gradually guide our mind to experience a deepest level of loving kindness. Let us make use of this opportunity, this environment, and gradually guide our mind to experience, to be in that wholesome state. Loving kindness. It is the willingness for everyone to be well. It is the friendliness towards all. And it is the genuine wish of well being. Let us now open our heart and generate that willingness, that goodwill towards all, dropping our any judgments or any resentment to anything, just allowing that loving kindness to arise. Just like when we see a smiling face of a little baby, a little baby. Just like when we are petting a puppy, a kitten, a little bird, or any other pet. We will open our heart and be generous and allow our mind to have this goodwill, this willingness for everyone to be well. Let us enhance this loving kindness. We can make this loving kindness stronger by making more and more wishes of loving kindness. Let us wish well-being to everyone to enhance this loving kindness quality of the mind. Let us start with ourselves, with this one sitting here. Let us direct that loving kindness, that openness in the heart, that generous wish of well-being. Let us direct that to ourselves, to this being sitting here, and make a genuine wish. May this person sitting here be well, be safe, Be strong. Be healthy. Be peaceful. Continue. Continue to make all good wishes to yourself. Let us be generous to ourselves, kind to ourselves, with deep sense of acceptance, compassion, forgiveness. Let us wish well-being to ourselves. If you have a special concern, make a specific wish right now. Just make a specific wish. Let us take a moment to direct this loving kindness to this body. Loving kindness is a healing quality. Let us allow this loving kindness and direct this loving kindness intention to this body, appreciating the contribution, the help we receive from this body. All these organs, all these systems of the body have been helping us so much. We will direct this loving kindness, allowing this whole body to be healed with this loving kindness. May these lungs helping us even right now to breathe. May these lungs and whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digesting system, all the organs of this digesting system helping us every day to keep this body alive. The stomach, liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digesting system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys helping us to release the toxins from the body. May both kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the spinal cord, the central nervous system, and the brain stem, the middle brain, and the frontal lobe of the brain. May this whole nervous system from a spinal cord all the way to the whole brain be well, be healthy, be healed. May this whole body, all these bones, large bones, tiny bones, all these joints in this body be well, be healed. May this whole body, from the top of the head all the way to the tips of the toes, be well, be healthy, be healed. Allow this loving kindness intention to travel throughout the body. Allow this loving kindness to envelop the whole body, reaching each corner of this whole body. Be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us now enhance this loving kindness, expand this loving kindness, wish beyond ourselves to everyone else. Let us make the same wish for all others, the same wish of well-being, the same level of intensity to all others. May all people who are beloved family members, everyone in our family, and all our good friends, may all of them, including the friends who are meditating with us right now, and including these monks, may all these beloved people in our lives, may they all be well, be healthy, Be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond these beloved people to everyone else, to all people living everywhere. May everyone living in our surrounding area, whoever closer to us in terms of space, may everyone living in this whole neighborhood, in this whole city, in this whole surrounding area, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish further and further. Open our heart and direct this loving kindness to all others, right as we can. Let us embrace as many people, as many beings as we can to this wish, embracing all of them with this wish. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our front, whoever the people and beings living in this direction right now, in all faraway places in this direction, may all of them living near and far in this direction be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our right, whoever the people this in this area, whoever they are, all people, all beings living in the direction of our right, near and far, be well, be well, be well, be peace. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our back, all of them living in this direction right now, near and far, be well, be well, be well, be peace. living in the direction of our left. Every one of them living in this direction right now. Be well. Be well. Be well. Be peaceful. Be all people, all beings living everywhere. Each and every living being, without exception, be well. Be well. Be well. Be peace. Peaceful. Peace. Rejoice. Rejoice this open heartedness, this ever pervading loving kindness to all directions, this limitless, unbound loving kindness. Rejoice. This loving kindness embraces everyone. Rejoice this wholesome state of the mind. With this rejoice, let us now gently direct our attention to our breath. Let us now try to enhance the calmness, the inner peace that we develop so far. Let us now gradually enhance this calmness by simply resting our mind on this breath. We will gently rest our mind in the experience of the breath. Closely feel the moving of the air in your nostrils, filling of the lungs. Closely observe the emptying of the lungs and the movement of the air away from the body. Let us continue to observe this vital function happening right now. Whole body. And observing the subtle changes happening throughout the body with the breath. Let us rest our mind on this breath. Let us keep coming back to the breath again and again, no matter how many times we have other thoughts or sounds or any distraction. Doesn't matter, we acknowledge them and come back to the breath again and again. Let us be with the breath. Rest with the breath. In these last few minutes, let us give our full effort to be with the breath. For last few minutes, let us be with our breath, rest with our breath. Dukkha patace nidukkha pace nibbaya Sukappattaca Nisukha Hontu Sabbepi Panino May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation And gently put your palms together. And let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity, have a meditation on this first Wednesday of the year. Let us deeply grateful for this opportunity to all teachers and enlightened masters in the past. Let us feel grateful to anyone who helped our meditation tonight. Let us feel grateful to anyone who helped, who tried not to disturb our meditation at home. Let us feel grateful even to this device that help us to connect to this meditation, and to all other things that help our meditation, including the cushion you are sitting on, the chair, the bell, and everything. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, nice to have you on the first meditation session, the Wednesday meditation session in the year. I really like to see you all every Wednesday of this year, and hopefully, we will be able to, maybe after a few months we will be able to even physically gather. So today, for our discussion, I thought it will be helpful for us to spend some time on understanding the complexity of human behavior. Sometimes we may wonder when we see the behaviors of some people, and even sometimes when if we are really observant enough, we can even catch ourselves in a way that may not sound rational or normal. So it's important that we understand this complexity of the human behavior to make sense of what is happening in us, and what is happening in others, and what is happening in society, and also develop some understanding of those behaviors. And also, if we really like to contribute to the well-being of ourselves and well-being of the society, we should know all these complexities, and we can help better. We can help others better. We tend to think that we when uh, when we behave, we tend to think that when people do wrong things, and maybe people believe in falsehood, people do like, let's say, incorrect things, because they have lack of knowledge, maybe they have lack of understanding, or maybe they are misinformed. So that usually that is one way that we think that people will do correct thing if they know better, right? And people will not uh, go off track from the facts if they know better. So we tend to think that if people are well informed, and people know things, the facts, and they will you know they will do the right thing. They will make the correct choice. So that's how we tend to think. It is, yeah, it is correct, but not fully correct. That's not the full picture of human behavior. um, um, so because that belief comes from this understanding that people, we think from the belief that people do things based on what they know. That's a very common assumption. People do things based on what they know. Yes, but that in the Buddha's teaching help us to understand that human behavior is much more complex than that. People behave not only based on what they know. People also behave on the based on other factors. So although sometimes we we make people informed, people may still do things that may not in line with what they know. Because Buddha, in the teachings of the Buddha, we find that Buddha said that there are so many biases in human mind. So there are so many biases in human mind. So we go off track. We become biased in our behavior. We become irrational in our behavior, not only based on our ignorance. Our ignorance, our confusion is only one factor. There are altogether four factors that influence human behavior. There are four factors that that make us go off track, that makes us behave in opposition to the fact. There are four factors.
Even though they know the correct facts.
Yes, even though they know the correct facts. Sometimes one reason is that people do not know the correct information, so they make bad choices, and they do the incorrect thing. But that's only one condition. But even though they know the correct information, but still there are three more factors that influence human behavior, that push people to do crazy things, that mainly to push people to do things in opposition to what they know. So Buddha said there are four biases in human behavior. It's a very important analysis of human behavior. And those biases is, of course, ignorance is one, like confusion with the fact that we don't know correct information. So that's one, ignorance or confusion. And then other one is desire. Our likes, our desire. Emotions play a very important part, our desire. And then third is our anger. Sometimes because of anger, although we know the correct things, we may still do we will still do the wrong thing because of anger, influence of the anger. And the fourth one is fear. So confusion, maybe let's say ignorance, lack of knowledge, and desire, anger, and fear. Those are called four biases. Four biases in Pali we call agati. Right? Agati. Agati means gati means like journey, right? Gati is like a journey. Agati means like go off track. Like don't do not align with the facts. Go off track. So there are four conditions that push us to go off track. That push us to be biased in our decision, in our behavior. Ignorance, desire, anger, and fear. So there is there's a verse given by the Buddha, explaining these four conditions that influence human behavior. Bante, can you, maybe we can chant that verse, how that verse sounds like, this.
How it reads in Pali.
Pali, yes.
Yeah. Chanda dosa bhaya moha yo dhammang ativattati niyati tatsa yaso kalepakkeva chandimanti.
Okay. Yes, the translation of the verse, direct translation, is that when someone transgresses the Dhamma, here we can say the truth. When someone transgresses the truth by being biased by desire, anger, fear, or ignorance, he or she deteriorate one's life like a waning moon. Is a good example given there, right?
Yeah.
Like a waning moon, mooning in the waning pace. So, of course, Buddha is saying that these are the four factors that influence our human behavior. But when we are fully influenced by this behavior, we transgress. We transgress the truth. We transgress the facts. We transgress, what we really know, and when we transgress the reality, and such a life will not be successful. Will be decline and will go in decline and be deteriorate.
Gradually, like the moon waning, right?
Yeah,
Night
it's a
fading.
gradual, like a moon
Yeah.
waning. Yeah, like the waning moon, like slowly, slowly, slowly. But at the same time, Buddha also talk about, we can actually go beyond them. We also have the ability. This is the complexity of behavior, but that is why we need to meditate, Bante.
Mhm.
Because these biases are so subtle, so subtle. When we make a decision, we think that we know better,
Yeah.
and because based on the facts we make decision, but actually sometimes we make our decision not based on what we know, because of our desire, our special preferences, or maybe our hidden anger towards certain person or certain group of people,
Mhm.
or our fear.
Yeah.
Because of our fear, even though we know better, we still do the things that are not in line with the facts.
Mhm. Then one is in fear or anger, then he or she doesn't not aware of when these biases happen, right?
Happening, yeah, these biases can function in a very subtle manner.
Mhm.
They may not be in our conscious awareness. They are like infiltrating, influencing our decision, our speech, our behavior, and that is why we need meditation.
To
The
be mindful.
to catch, to catch ourselves when you are, being like biased, when you are like being influenced by these things, like we have these facts right in front of us, but it's still, we do that. We can catch ourselves, and then we can help others to be aware of these biases that are operating below their conscious awareness. And when other people are doing things against the against the um, against the reality, against the truth, against the facts, and we should understand that they are behaving under influence of their biases.
Mhm.
And if we so when people see other people are doing the things in contrariety to what they know, we try to inform them. We try to, like, give more facts to them.
Mhm.
But that may not work, because sometimes they behave like this, not because they don't know, because they're influenced by other emotions.
Mhm.
So no matter how much we try to, like, educate them and give them more facts, that's not going to work. So we need to understand that there are desires, anger, and fear, other than lack of knowledge, are working here.
Mhm.
So we may have to make effort to, like, how to help this person to get rid of this fear. So instead of, like, giving more facts, maybe we should try some different thing
Mhm.
to help that person to get rid of that fear, maybe anger and desire, which is not easy, I think. But we should also catch ourselves, when we do these things. Yes. So I think it's important thing to understand. So sometimes, you may know very well that eating certain food can be harmful for your health. You may well know that, but people may still do it, right?
Yeah.
So because of either desire,
Desire.
anger, or fear,
Mhm.
other than the lack of knowledge. So therefore, there's no point of, like, giving more information to that person. Of course, we should give information, because lack of knowledge is also one condition. But sometimes we may have to, like, we should do more than giving more information, and try to, like, help the person to get rid of other things, and at least to be aware of those things. So we have this in economy, in the theory of economic theories. A few decades ago, the economists thought that people will make decision to buy things based on their rational evaluation of the facts. So market behavior, so economists used to think that the market behavior, the people this decision to buy things, will be based on their honest and rational evaluation of the cost that they are making and the benefit that they are getting. So we call it a rational choice theory. So means that so their belief was that people will make decisions to uh, buy things based on available information and evaluation of potential cost and benefit, and they will make a decision. So based on that theory, so the people who want to sell their product, they will give information. So you have these things. But later, I think much later, economists realized that actually, when people buy things, they are not really acting always rationally. So we don't really act rationally most of the time when we make our decisions. Because I think they have now realized, maybe with the complexity of the human behavior and other factors that influence the behavior. So based on the rational choice theory, uh, whenever if rational choice theory is correct, and people should always buy things that that has the uh, we'll buy things that's really good. But what is really happening is that people also use their emotions to buy things. So sometimes you may have same products, same content, same ingredients, in generic, in terms of generic, generically, I mean, generic contents, they are the same, but they are in different brands. So what now the people who produce any commodities are doing, they create brands, and they create certain loyalties. So they create brands and create a psychological connection to people. So when they make decision to buy things, instead of really looking at the ingredients, and instead of really focusing on what really benefits, get people focus on the brand, right? uh, Otherwise people why people care of brands. Of course, you really have to think about the quality, but sometimes certain brands may be better loyal to that. So now uh, they are realizing that people making decision is more so what these the vendors or traders are doing now, they are exploiting that. They know that people make decisions based on desire, based on fear, based on anger, and they are exploiting that, rather than not rather no, I mean, other than giving the correct information. They may do it. They may do partially, giving the information. These are the ingredients in a product, and these are the benefits you'll get. They will say it, but other than that, they will add all other emotions around it, and they can sell it better because people are influenced by other factors too, that they're exploiting it. Therefore we should really be aware of that if we don't want to be victims to the you know um, someone else advertisement, someone else project of selling their product. We really had to be so mindful, to really buy the real benefits, real profitable product, rather than being influenced by their advertisements and their psychological project of influencing our mind. So we need more meditation, even even to
To
even
buy something.
yes, even to have a rational practice, rational practice and practice of rational buying things. Even for a rational consumer behavior, you need meditation. Yeah. So people can be influenced by those emotions. It's like information versus emotions. Information versus emotion. People tend to think that if you give correct information, people will make the rational choice. No, emotions are also playing a very important part here. Information and emotions, they are all kind of, and therefore when a shopper make a decision what to buy, they're not only behaving rationally, they're also behaving emotionally. All this desire, anger, fear. And when a student making a decision to follow a course, and he's also influenced by not only the the real information. Maybe they like the professor, the personal of the professor. So all the other thing, and even a voter decides to choose a candidate. Sometimes they may not necessarily choose only based only the information. They may not necessarily rationally behave there. They may also have other emotions play a part in there. So therefore it's so complex, and therefore, and sometimes when we are so much influenced by our emotions, particularly these unwholesome emotions, maybe fear, we are supporting certain course of action because of fear of losing our identity. As a fear can be, maybe fear can arise based on true information. Fear can also arise based on false information, and sometimes but whether it is justified fear or not, it's going to influence human behavior. I think what is really happening whenever these emotions are uh, mainly these emotions are really influencing our mind. Our mind lies to itself, because if you really have read this information, these things will bring you this, and these are the information, these are the facts. For us to go against that facts, our mind has to lie to itself. It does. It does. It does, because the main reason it does is actually because of the fear. Fear is a very important factor. So, and we really need to like feel that, in our personal life, we may do things under these influences. We may know correct fact, but we do things contrary to the facts. And therefore, in our own personal life, we need a real meditation. And that's one more reason for you to stick into meditation and keep on practicing meditation for yourself, to check and be away from these biases when we make decisions in our life, even simple decision like what to buy. In our social life, we need to understand that sometimes people act based on their fears, based on their anger, based on their desire, other than based on their ignorance. And so, if you really want to help society progress, other than making them informed people, we should also try to find ways to help people to release their fear. And and I think meditation is helping us in two different ways here, Bante. One is meditation helping us to catch when these emotions are arising, when these emotions are influencing our decisions. It helps us to catch. We can help others also to develop some mindfulness and catch themselves when they are doing it. The second way the meditation can help us is actually, with practice of meditation, we develop this inner refuge. Right now, in our meditation practice, we kind of direct our attention, we gradually calm our mind, we find a nice peaceful place to be. We kind of experience within ourselves a deep calmness and a place of lucidity, and that becomes kind of inner source. When people have the access to that kind of deeper peace and deeper lucidity within one themselves, they can get rid of fear of external things. Because otherwise, if you don't have such an inner source of refuge, people rely on other things. People relying on external identity. People relying on in different categories, ethnic categories, class categories. All kinds of categories, and that is what they are. Maybe even sport teams. Maybe so they rely on these external categories to like feel comfortable, feel stable, feel settled. I am that, I am that group, I am that this group. And then when whatever is threats are, whenever things are happening, if we interpret these things are threatening to that group, we get fearful, and we make decision based on that fear. But when we really find that inner source, within us, we may not necessarily try to find some refuge in external things. We will still relate to everyone. We will try to be compassionate to everyone, but we will not find external categories to create an identity for us. Identity is a big issue for people to do crazy things. So when we the developing this inner source of refuge in meditation can help people to be fearless, and then not be influenced by fear and also desire and anger, and then those people can make informed, good decisions. So I think, so that helps us to understand, the behavior of other people and also our own behavior, and train ourselves, to really catch. I think, if people do not develop a clear mindfulness, and it's very hard for anyone to be free from these biases. That is why, we really need to encourage everyone to meditate. Everyone to even not deep meditation, at least develop some level of mindfulness, to be aware of our own mind, not believe everything comes to your mind as true. Evaluate, reevaluate whatever comes to our mind, and then make the best decision. And otherwise it's going to be unhealthy. It's not really going to contribute to our well-being. Yes. So, meanwhile, I want to remind you that if you have any question or any thoughts, you can actually write in our live chat sections. And please feel free to, send your questions in our live chat section, and we can address them. And if you like to share anything, we can also write there in the live chat section. But do we have a comment there?
Just not comment, just appreciation by Kyoko. So she said she just needed it today, especially.
Uh, yes. So, do you have any questions you'd like to ask, or any comments, or any thoughts? Please write it there. So, Bante, let's check whether they remember the 4 biases.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bante, can you help them remind the 4 biases?
First one, according to the
According to the verse, yeah.
is desire, right?
Desire,
Yeah.
desire,
Anger,
fear,
ignorance,
ignorance.
lack of knowledge.
Ignorance or confusion. Yeah. So desire, anger, fear, a lack of knowledge, maybe ignorance. Those are the 4 biases of human behavior, and we all behave, under the influence of these biases. We really need to develop this awareness, and try to make our choices free from all these biases. Yeah. Do you have a question, Manti?
It's not a question, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Sharon, for your comment. Thank you, Kyoko, also for your comment. Looks like they don't have any question, Manti.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If they remember these 4 things, that's going to help a lot. So it can help you, and also it can help you to help others. Sometimes try to educate others, but at the same time remember that giving information is not enough. Yes, we have another one, right? D. Yeah. Thank you, D. Thank you, D, for your. Okay, in that case, let us move to the other part of the program. I hope that we will remember this lesson for this year, and use that lesson to understand the other's behavior, and also help this knowledge to help others, and also help yourself. So with that, let us move to the other part of the program. It is the sharing the merits with others. If you have a chanting book, it is page 14. And by doing this practice together and fully dedicating for this practice, we generated so much good karma, goodness, and good merits, and we can share these merits with everyone else. First of all, let us share these merits with our departed relatives or family members, people who loved us so much, people who are no more with us today. Let us be grateful to the care and love that they given to us, and we will share this marriage with them. May they rejoice in this marriage, may they benefit from this marriage, and may they be well and happy wherever they may be. Idang mi ñātinang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Idang mi ñātinang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Idang mi ñātinang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Let us also share this merit with all other living beings. If there's any being in this world who like to share this merit, may share these merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ittavata che amhehi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattha anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. This is our blessing service. We would like to do this chant, wishing you blessings. And we are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. We are going to chant that sutra for you, wishing you well-being and peace, and particularly a stronger immunity and good health. And today especially, we would like to keep in our mind a special person, Carol Teague, the mother, beloved mother of our Nancy, and so she's she need our blessings for good health. So we keep in our mind Carol, the mother Carol, and wishing her healing, wishing her good health, wishing her peace. And you can also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya matta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamicca sakko joca sojoc Suvacho chasns modu anatimani sanctos kocha subharocha ampakit Sallahukavoti santringdriyocha nipakocha ampagambo kulesu ananugendo nachakot Samachari kinciyena vinyo pare upavadiyam sakino Kemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta ye kecipan bhutat tasava tavrava anavase sadighava ye mahanta Majjimara sansakanukatula dittava eva additta echadur vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavi sabbe sat Bhavantu sukhitatana paro param nikumbeta nati mangyeta katanta chinang vyarosana patigha sanjnananya manyasam sadukhamicce mata yata niyang puttang ayusa ekaputta manurakke evang pesambhavute Manasang bhavaye aparimanang mettang ca sambalokas Manasang bhavaye riyam asambadang avirang asapatang tettang carang nising no vasayano Yavatasam vigadamindo etam sating aditte brahmametam viharang idamaho detting ca anupagamma sila dasansanena sangpanno kamesu vinaya gedang nahi jatu gambasai Punareti etena satcha vajjena sotanti te hotu sambad etena satcha vajjena sambarogo vinassato etena satcha vajjena hotu te jaya mangalam Sambhitiyo vivajjanto sambaro vinassato mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sambhamang rakkanto sambadevata sambabudhanubhavena sada sotanti bhavan Samba mangalang rakkantu samba devata samba dhammanubhavena sada sotanti bhavantu Bhavatu samba mangalang rakkantu samba devata samba sanghanubhavena Sada sotanti bhavantu te. Let us spend a moment of reflection. Let us recall to our mind whatever kind deed that we were able to do during last few days. Recall your past few days and recall to your mind whatever kind deed that you were able to do. helping someone, listening to someone, giving someone help or something. Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice in these good deeds. On this day or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in my own kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to the others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. During last few days, you may have received some help, some care, kindness from others. Recall to your mind an actual event, incident that you received kindness and care from others. Let us rejoice. Goodness of others. On this day or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for joining us today, first Wednesday of the year. I hope that you will continue this good practice and let us meet every Wednesday of this new year. And we really need this meditation more than ever. Let us continue to meet, and we wish you throughout this week good health. What the Miranga?